the funding to attract and then pay staff members. News 5's DeLon Dillard says if this money isn't handed out in the next few weeks, it could expire.
Inside Horizon Education Center,
Never seen anything like this.
there's plenty of chairs, tables, and classroom space, but much of it is empty, and a lack of students isn't the issue.
It's all about staffing, retaining our staff and recruiting new staff.
The labor shortage is impacting everyone, including childcare providers, leaving parents heading back to work with few options.
Have you ever been to the zoo?
Horizon's executive director David Smith says they have about 450 kids on their waiting list between 12 locations,
Open for people.
but their staffing is down by 60%.
We were shut down for 2 months, and so a lot of people thought, well, geez, are these guys ever going to open back up? And there was a lot of rumors and all that stuff. And so we had some people that didn't come back also that went and got jobs someplace else.
Child care provider advocacy organization Pre4CLE told me there are nearly $640 million in federal funding. It's from the American Rescue Plan Act available to help struggling child care providers. The group's executive director, Katie Kelly, says the state has only allocated $161 million for release.
We're out talking to members of our legislature, to our governor's office, and to other state leaders to say that we really need to get these out the door so that our parents can go back to work and our providers who do this really critical service in our community can do what they need to do.
According to Kelly, time is truly of the essence because in just over 3 weeks, millions will be lost if Ohio fails to allocate 50% of its funds.
The federal government gave states a deadline to either appropriate the funds and make sure that they're being used in the way that they're meant to be used, or to go to other states. And unfortunately, Ohio is at that deadline, December 11th. At least 400 million of these funds.
In the meantime, Smith says his team is holding on to hope and, most of all, holding on to each other just for the kids.
Fortunately, we have a really good bunch. We have a really good group of very dedicated people, and we're not going to give up.
In Cleveland, DeLon Dillard, News 5.
The head of the CDC is giving the final authorization to approve